Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, moderates. Very excited you guys are all here to join us today. I'm Alex Dragovich with my esteemed co-host, Jeffrey Asmus.
Jeffrey Osmus.
This is the You're an Idiot podcast. We've got a very special guest. Jeff, give me the intro.
His name is John Kennedy. He's about 22 or 23 from North Dakota.
Spry young man.
Spry young man. Kind of the ultimate beta. In a good way. You did it the right way.
What's spry? That's like energetic.
Spry, it's like you're athletic. You're like what Alex used to be. Yeah.
Oh, you're not athletic anymore?
No, he had his moment, but he fell off.
Yeah, everything's broken.
John's big on Twitter.
Yeah.
Big on Twitter.
He's very online.
He's what Alex wants to be.
Yeah,
Alex has
You
been
want to be
trying.
big on Twitter?
He's been trying to find the Twitter voice for years, but you're better than me. But
I had a good year on Twitter.
You had some good tweets. You got some meme accounts posted.
But then I fell off. I fell off pretty hard.
I wanted to play basketball at Notre Dame. It's true.
We can't all get what we want.
Instead,
you go viral, and Alex got to dunk.
Yeah.
When was it like over? You know?
Over?
Yeah, for, like basketball. Like when were you no longer like a basketball player? You were just like a dumb guy.
20. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when was it just like
2015?
2015.
Summer of 2015.
That was when you graduated. What was your final game?
I played in North Carolina.
You played against
Really?
North Carolina in the ACC tournament?
ACC tournament.
Wow. And the Boston College was kind of a low seed, right?
Yeah, they beat the shit
Wow,
out
I
of
just
us.
realized because I was like a big Notre Dame guy. I probably watched you a lot.
Mm-hmm.
What did you start?
My sophomore year, I started 10 games.
That's awesome. Not
Wow.
bad.
What
Not
happened?
bad.
But then the other games, I played like probably half the game. So my sophomore year, yeah. You
Did
would've
like a
seen
good
me.
freshman come in or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. Pat Connaughton plays on the Bucks now.
The guy who plays
Really?
for the Bucks.
Yeah.
These are the
it's
questions
true.
I have known not to ask, and I'm glad you
No,
did
it's-
ask.
no,
that.
I think I told you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, but down the pod. We haven't talked about it on the pod.
Yeah.
Pat Connaughton is the guy who took
Yeah,
the
he
spot.
came in. I mean, he basically was just fucking. He was kind of like our second or third best player as a freshman, but he didn't really. But I don't think he got enough shine.
Now he plays he won an NBA title, or he went and went to
Yeah,
an NBA championship.
he's been in the league for 8 years.
Yeah.
He's-
Oh, wow.
been a
Yeah,
fucking-
he's making a lot
he's
of
an
money.
amazing player.
But
yeah.
now you do a podcast with me, and someone say this is better.
And now we've got
Someone say
yeah, I
friendship is better.
and now our Patreon's lighting up.
We got 32 Patreon subscribers. Hopefully more if you will join us.
That's better than a Nike deal, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It is.
Who wants a ring?
No, I don't need it.
Yeah.
I don't need it. I don't.
All you wanna
You
do
make
is-
$200 a month.
I don't want to live in Milwaukee.
You just want to headline the jukebox in Peoria. That's all you want.
That's all I really want.
Come
to do.
on, headline the cellar in Fargo,
That's
where
all,
John
yeah.
is from.
Yeah.
And,
That's college transition.
We don't have a professional basketball team, though.
No.
I don't think we'll ever get one.
No.
Yeah.
You were born in Fargo.
No, I was born in Princeton, Minnesota,
Oh, I know where that is. Yeah,
which is
yeah.
even smaller
Yeah.
than Fargo.
Where'd you
Yeah,
go? Where'd you go to college?
I went to college in Moorhead, Minnesota, which is like a mile from Fargo.
Is that Moorhead State?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
where you went?
We had a
Yeah.
good basketball team.
Did you really?
No.
No.
I mean, good
say.
for like Division III and, you know,
Oh shit.
like all white guys.
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
deal with Division III athletes? Do they get any respect from you, Alex?
No.
No. You would consider them rec players at best.
Mm-hmm.
You would crush any of them, even the best D3 player.
In my heyday, yeah, I would have been
The
probably
best
better.
D3 player couldn't hang at any
The-
D1 school.
All-American D3 players are close, but no, definitely
They couldn't
not.
play at a single D1 school.
If you took an All-American D3 player, he'd have to have a certain amount of athleticism.
Right.
to
Yeah, I was going to say,
back up.
what does a small guy have to do to make D1?
Just a D3 guy,
Just like a small
If me or
basketball
John
player,
wanted
like
to make
physically small person.
Yeah, like a...
ultra quick guard and lights out from three. You have to. You
Really?
can't make any mistakes. Yeah.
yeah,
you can't
could
make
have been
mistakes.
me. Damn.
No.
If I wouldn't have been,
No.
been in the map so much, it could have been me.
No.
You
I
look like
would've
you
been-
shoot with two hands.
I do, and it works.
You think you're fast.
I'm faster than you,
You look like awkward
100%.
fast. You look like you had like
Yeah, it
one of the
doesn't look pretty.
best... yeah.
It doesn't look pretty. What's your 5K time?
I haven't
16
run a
minutes.
5K.
16 minutes.
That's your 5K
That's
time?
in high school, I don't think I could do that anymore. But yeah,
Isn't 3.5?
Wait, what's 5K?
3.1 miles. 3.1 miles.
You did 5Ks.
I
in
think it
high
was like
school?
16. Yeah, that was cross country.
I thought it was just
cross country. You run
Yeah,
a 5.
you would
I think it
do-
was more like 16, 30 or
Jeff,
40.
there's no way you could hit 16. in
Not
a
anymore.
5K
No.
now.
No
The
way
only
you
part
could.
of cross country I can see you is when they just have like the really sweaty white shirt on.
When I'm just
That's
really
just, like,
sweaty at
the
the
ring.
end. Yeah,
Yeah.
With a little poop coming out my butt. Yeah, that was me. That's me.
That's how I because that's how you were when we lived together.
I did live with John for 2 months in
Yeah.
one of the worst apartments in Bushwick.
Like this because you didn't have air conditioning. You were just like
I lived there in June and July and August of the New York summer. It was actually terrible.
yeah, it was bad.
It was really. I couldn't sleep probably half the nights.
Yeah.
I had to sleep during the day because for some reason it was less humid during the day.
It was that hot?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
I didn't have air conditioning or
Why
windows
don't
in
you-
my room.
Oh, Jesus.
There,
Well,
there was a window in the ceiling in a chimney-like window, which is worse than no window, honestly.
Yeah.
Because the sun literally shone right on my head when I woke up. It
But
woke me.
that's how you know that he wanted it bad.
Yeah,
Is that he was willing to come back and be like, I'll give it 2 months.
I'll give it 2
And
months,
if I-
and it worked out.
And it worked out.
That's not what the situation was.
No,
You-
it's not
You
at
were
all.
moving it there permanently.
Yeah. Just let me have a little legend to me. Come on.
There was no risk. You had 11 wrecks at the cellar, and you knew you were going to be in it
whatever.
every.
Some have.
Jeff was like, oh, I pulled myself up on my bootstraps. I got my little backpack ready. I'm gonna make myself. It's like, no, this was your second time in New York, and you had people vouching for you. You dumb fuck.
They're like, well, he's coming back, so we gotta vouch for him.
Yeah,
he already
it's-
lived here
it's
for
like,
2 years.
There was no risk this time coming back.
I mean,
It was,
yeah, whatever you want to say. Yeah.
yeah, Jeff, I know exactly what happened.
Okay.
you really grinded it out, and Bill Burr demanded that you get spots.
That would have been funny if it was Bill Burr. That would have been funny.
Yeah, Jeff. It was a very
And I earned those 11 wrecks through tireless brown nosing.
because Jeff
Okay.
Jeff was texting me, you gotta move here, and I'm just like, you know what, man, like it's easy to say in your spot,
Yeah.
you know.
And
But
you
also
did
it's
move
just-
here, and
it's-
it's fun.
Where
Yeah,
else
it's
do you want to be?
You gotta move. Yeah, you gotta move here.
You
He
know.
moved from.
Denver.
You want to
Denver.
move to
Do you smoke a lot of
Denver?
weed?
No.
Then why?
Move to Denver.
It's
I would-
happier. People are happier out
Yeah, 'cause
there.
they're
One
high.
guy you knew from high
You're not going to
school.
be as happy because you're not going to be high.
No breweries. I like IPAs.
You're just
I
gonna
guess.
be the guy who like I go after work to get 2 IPAs and that's your life. You think that's a better life?
Fine.
I think
That's
this is the
not-
place for you because like you're tall, so you're like usually really happy. But this place you can't be happy all the time because everyone's always mad because no one's ever happy. So that will
And-
rub off on you, and then it'll grow you.
You think I'm happy all the time?
No,
No,
that's the
you
issue.
are. Drago is one of the saddest people I've ever met.
And New York is also really sad because no one's,
Yeah.
I think New York is dragging you down. You're like everyone's sad. I'll be.
but it's
sad
also going to
too.
build you up.
I don't know how to respond to either. What,
So you played basketball for Notre Dame, and you're like, my life is awesome. And then New York's gonna be like, no, it sucks. But then you're gonna like be good.
Yeah, 8 years ago.
I mean, there's a lot of things 8 years ago that still haunt me today. So
Like what?
a lot of like I can't talk about it.
Yeah, Jesus, that got dark. Yeah, I
mean,
knew.
you don't have-
Here's the thing: I knew you were going to be very weird, and I'm excited.
This
How
is
am I
so
weird?
This is a little behind the scenes. Before the show, Drago's like, John's kind of like a young kid he's got a weird sense of humor. I'm like, yeah, he's just a different generation.
I don't think this is like a sense. I just like going wherever the convo's
You just
going.
have like an ironic sense of humor that our generation doesn't have as much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, see,
But
just the way you're
actually
responding
funny.
to this. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Are you hating on millennials on Twitter?
No.
You're trashing my
No,
generation.
I like millennials. You know
Yeah.
what? Have you heard of I'm getting into?
Yeah, dude.
is,
What's going on Twitter right now?
This is like a big term that's going on. It's a neo something where it's like famous people that are like kids of like
Nepotism.
Nepotism.
nep-
Neo-nepotism.
that.
Neo-nepotism.
And it's
Yeah,
like
I saw
people
that yesterday.
They
yeah.
just like posted a whole thing, and I'm like, oh wow, I didn't know half these people were like.
Everyone who's famous now, their dad is famous or something. Yeah, what?
This article, this big story.
I would love to see. Yeah, what's the click on? Yeah, this is great. Yeah.
Yeah.
So who are the famous people who are nepotists right now? Well, I mean, obviously Willow Smith and Jada Smith, but like anyone else.
Is that the only ones?
I
that
mean,
you
those are
know?
the ones I think of off the top of my
There's a good
head.
graphic, I'll find it.
Yeah, there. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
go back. There was the definitive taxonomy. Yeah, yeah.
It's like Maud Apatow. Some of these like
Who's
SNL
Maud
kids.
Apatow?
Judd Apatow's
Oh,
daughter.
is she an actress or something?
You're very out of the loop pop culture wise. This is gonna be a very difficult thing to.
Yeah, I agree.
a
I don't.
difficult
I don't
undertaking.
keep
I don't-
track of this.
I
at
don't
all.
know if this will be a productive.
I mean, I would like to
segment.
learn. Well, Zoe
Well-
Kravitz, obviously, I know her. Who's that other? Who's the second one
Dude,
from
you
the
gotta
Russian?
go. You go down, Fonz.
You can't name them from the pictures.
You gotta go down. So it gives like graphs and stuff like that.
Oh wow. Well, I know that Tim Hurley, the guy who writes for SNL, he definitely, and both those guys from the Please Don't Destroy. Nepotism. Nico Parker.
These people aren't that famous.
Cuba Gooding Jr.'s son is an actor. Okay.
Oh, what?
Wait, Charlie Hall is the son of Julia Louise Dreyfus. I know that guy.
I
from
knew this one. Gracie Abrams.
Gracie Abrams
She's
is
all
this-
over the place.
Oh wow, the son of J.J. Abrams. Wow.
She writes like lo-fi
Johnny-
hip hop. It sucks.
Oh God. Steven Spielberg stars the director. Lily Depp. Oh, I hate this. That's gross. Tom
Ugh.
Hanks' his son.
Colin
of
Hanks
course.
can actually act though.
No love
That,
for
no,
Chet,
that's
though?
that's what's funny.
No
is-
love for Chet.
Bubble clot.
I like.
yeah, I like
Chet.
how it's not Chet on there.
Yeah, they don't even show Chet at all. Demi Moore's son, Ruber Willis. I don't even know.
I didn't
Or
know that
daughter.
Zosia Mamet,
Who is that? I
son
don't know
of
who is.
David Mamet,
Oh, I didn't. Yeah.
or daughter of David.
Well, people are always like on Twitter. They're like, yeah, that person. They come from whoever, and then they're like, well, they're actually good at acting. It's like, okay.
But the thing is,
Then-
like,
then it's
anyone
all
can
good.
be.
Scott Kahn's also a good actor.
The thing is,
He's
the-
a good actor.
stuff
dude.
like-
Entourage ripped, man.
it doesn't run in your genetics. But if you're rich, you have time to act.
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
the problem. Poor people don't have time to take an acting class.
Yeah.
They're not. They could be
Or
good
can
at
afford
acting.
it.
They can't afford an acting class.
Well,
It's not
someone-
in your genes to be a good actor. That's not real.
Well, here's what they do from what I've read from this article. They'll like hire one of these people over someone who's actually deserving of a role because they can get publicity just being like Ethan Hawke and Uma Thurman's daughter stars
Oh,
But it's so funny because
course,
it's like,
of
who
course.
is like, oh, I'm a huge
Yo,
Ethan.
There are
Peck
a ton of
fan.
people.
Yo,
Well,
Ron,
who?
Ron Howard's daughter, Bryce Dallas Howard, has a donk on her. She's got a massive ass on her. Like a very big ass.
I love how that's the direction this conversation.
That's the nepotism
Can we look
I
up
like.
Bryce Dallas Howard's donk? Can we please? We typed in the ass.
ASS, that's fine.
Okay, Bryce.
know, go-
oh yeah.
Go to that
okay.
blue. Go to that blue.
That
pic.
blue dress. That blue. She's got a donk. Absolutely, no doubt about that.
I didn't
No
know
doubt.
Ron was packing like that.
No doubt. No,
I didn't know Ron had
Because
it
if the
in
daughter
him.
has a big butt, the dad had a big dick. I feel like that's how it went.
That's got to be
It had
right?
to be able to penetrate that deep of an
Right.
ass.
If the daughter has a
right,
big
right.
ass, the father was a successful actor or producer.
Yes, that had to be.
Ron.
I think that's true. Oh, I mean, these pictures are.
No,
a
these
li-
are unbelievable.
That is unbelievable. Okay.
It's-
I didn't know Drago liked the big butt. I've never seen you with a woman with a big butt before.
That's
interesting.
Georgia had a really great butt.
Ah,
Actually,
what-
so did Squeeze.
Yeah, but not that level.
no,
Not that level.
Squeeze was not that level.
Not that level at all. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
John loves a big butt, right?
Yeah. What
Yeah,
is Gen Z
I
into?
I don't know. This. Getting mad.
Getting
At
mad.
things we can't control.
Do you think your generation is actually more offended than others, or is that just?
Yeah.
a
Do you
myth?
know that 1975 line? I'm sorry if you're living and you're 17, because it's like you're not gonna
You guys asked me
Live-
two different questions.
live for a while.
Did you just
I
quote
don't
a
know.
1975 song?
Yeah. It's I'm sorry if you're living and you're 17. It's
No,
like,
I don't know that.
Oh, okay.
I don't know that song either. I don't know. nothing
But what
about
was
that.
the one that you asked me? Because I had a response.
Yeah, are
Sorry
they?
about
Are
that.
you more offended? The people
No,
who
no,
are
no, it's
younger.
okay.
I don't think it's true, but I like to hear what you think.
No, I think people just they don't want it there to be like, I don't know. I feel like there's.
We
a lot
don't
of-
want wars.
Yeah,
Fuck
exactly.
You, pussy.
Like I feel
Everyone-
like my
everyone-
generation is like, why can't there be nothing? But then
Why can't
but
there
then
be
I look
peace
at it.
or whatever?
I look at it and I'm like, okay, well, that's like easier said than done.
I also
Right,
think that
you're
it's
not
like-
really that person. You're not that.
Yeah,
type of
but
guy,
I'll
yeah.
be on like whatever side I'm like in a room.
Whichever
with,
one
know?
gets you to
Yeah.
go. Buy.
whoever I'm around, I'm on their side.
I know people.
and I have my beliefs that I just hold deep, and I'm young, and eventually I'll be able to say them. You know,
You're not. You don't think you're ready yet. You don't
No
think
one
you're
cares.
ready
I
yet.
also don't think Gen Z. I just think every generation, when they're between 18 to 22 is like is like crazy idealistic. And
Yeah,
it's
you
the
were.
same-
Were you an idealistic 21-year-old?
probably more so.
You
than
didn't
I am
even
now.
vote. You never voted.
Doesn't matter. I
Okay.
still was part of. I was
Voting
still-
doesn't mean anything.
I agree, it's not that big of a deal,
Voting-
but I can't imagine Drago being like a "Yes, we can."
But
Barack
every
Obama
but, no,
guy.
but, but,
I
no,
just
but
can't imagine that.
every generation when they're like younger like that, they have the same ideals. It's
Sure,
the
yeah.
same
When you're
way,
young, it's easy to see
like
what.
everyone his age is like the world can be different.
Well, I
You get
think
beaten
on
down.
the I
You
think
get
on the
beaten down.
outside everyone has the same views, but then like you look and like you don't really talk to the person. Then when you do, they have like
Yeah, I mean, there's a
they're
difference between what they
Hanukkah.
tweet and what they actually do in real
Yeah.
life.
Everyone in
exactly.
college is like, why aren't we doing anything? And then they get a job, and then they make money, and then they forget that they.
Or
suck
they're
at
just
it.
working 45 hours a week and they don't have time to think about it.
Sure.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever.
It's 45, 50, 60 hours a week.
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Lord knows you work 7 or 8 a week.
Yeah, like Lord knows you know anything about that.
I
yeah.
work 70 hours a week on comedy, and that's why I'm making
yeah,
a living.
right.
I work easily.
Okay, so I don't do any work on comedy.
You do. You do. You
Idiot.
do.
Yeah,
you
what is
do.
wrong with you?
You work a lot.
Yeah,
you work
of
a lot.
course.
Not on your other job, but yeah.
No, the other job is actually I'll get into it later. I'll get into
He's
it
always
later.
he's always saying that. He never wants to talk about his job.
I don't.
He
want
never
to.
wants to talk about his job on the
Off
pod.
I'm
Yeah,
off. the
jobs
pod.
are stupid.
I agree.
Gen Z.
Because I only care
man.
about stand up and other.
Yeah,
know.
you work at a donut shop, which
Yeah.
is great. It's a good
That's
job.
what you do when you get a degree in film and you move somewhere new.
Yeah, a film degree from North Dakota.
How did
Yeah,
you
you
go
just-
about getting that job, by the way?
Oh, so I moved
Drago's
here.
looking.
No, because it's like it is because like I feel like if you don't have experience working in the service industry, unless you did before.
Well, it's not even, dude. It's the easy. You just
It's not
like,
service. He's at a
charge 'em.
counter, really.
Yeah, so
Jesus.
I
Hey,
moved
don't,
here.
It
don't
is.
denote the man.
No, you're
It's
right.
True.
Like,
I've
it
been
really,
there. I watched him at work.
it's really easy, and I just sit there. When I moved here, I was like, I just need something, because I saved up some money, but I was like, this place is insane. I've just moved out of my parents' house. Like
Yeah.
I don't know where the hell I am, and this was like a year and a half ago. I moved here, and then I remember for like the month I was like sleeping on my friend's floor in his Airbnb. And I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know?
You slept
and
on
then
Airbnb for a month and a half.
yeah,
God, that's kind of like what staying at your apartment, though. Honestly,
No, it was-
no better than
mine
an
was better
Airbnb.
because there was like air conditioning.
That was the
and, like,
worst 3 months of my life.
Yeah.
I can say that. The bed also, the mattress didn't fit on the frame, so if I laid on a third of it, I fell off the bed.
Yeah, no,
It would collapse and I fell off the bed probably 20 times over the summer.
and it smelled so bad.
It
But that was
smelled-
like you. Like,
no,
that was just-
no,
Dude,
I want it to be
you-
known the smell was there before. I intensified it.
Every time you came out of your room, you'd be wearing like a Deadpool shirt and like your
I don't
your
own a
hair,
single
your
Deadpool
hair would be
shirt.
like slicked down.
There was an
yeah.
air of oil in that room that I couldn't really explain.
And then I'd go into the living room and you'd have like headphones on
Oh, that room stunk.
and you'd be editing this was before you had like any followers, so you'd be editing a clip and you'd
that
be
would
like,
get 40 likes.
yeah, and you'd be
Yeah.
like, this is the only way.
Yeah,
You'd be
and-
saying things
and
like that.
It worked out.
And you'd be like,
kinda
this,
worked
you'd be like,
out.
I hate Instagram. And now every time I see you, you're like, I'm big on Instagram.
I can't
it's
say
the best.
that's all. I never say that. I want that.
You
to be
do.
known. I want that
You
to be
think
known.
that you think you need to be funny online to be funny. That's what you told me.
I hate you.
You said you
I
need to have
knew.
good tweets.
This
to be
Gen Z
actually
energy,
funny.
I can't
It's true.
stick with
He's
it.
right.
Shut the fuck up.
Instagram's everything. Me and John.
I'll drink to that.
I hate you guys.
So I moved
Let's
here.
take a. I'm gonna take this little shot. Come
yeah.
on. let's,
Cheers to Jeff being the ugly one here at this table.
I actually probably am the ugliest at the table. I admit it. Bonds too. Bonds
Bonds
too.
is cute.
Possibly the 7th floor.
Thanks, Jack.
John's
Oh,
a
yeah.
cute kid too. I'm not gonna say anything about that. John's a cute
Thanks.
guy.
Yeah, if you become
Nah, I don't have much
normal,
longer.
you'll be hot. If you become a normal
So what
guy,
Drago
think
means
so?
is normal. He's like, get a 9 to 5 that sucks your soul and listen to whatever Pitchfork tells you to.
Pitchfork does. No, Pitchfork's lame.
You
Pitchfork's lame.
absolutely follow the Pitchfork agenda.
When they don't, when they give my bands bad ratings, I get really pissed.
What's
Do you-
Pitchfork? I don't even know what that is.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You are serious? Are you
Is it
22
like
or
a-
23?
23.
You don't know
what
what-
like that matters if I know.
I mean, it's not that big of a deal. It's just
it came out when
interesting.
I was 22.
You don't know what you don't.
No,
what's
I've-
your guess of what Pitchfork is? I actually,
Well, you said it like rates music or something.
That's so fun. They're like the alternative indie music like
It's
publication.
like a very
Oh, really?
pretentious indie
It's
music.
pretentious
publication.
music publication. They've been around for like probably 20, 30 years. I don't know.
Yeah, but
Oh.
but
That's awesome. It's kind of awesome you don't know what that is. I kind of like that. It's refreshing.
Well, are they like? Do they matter?
They don't matter what they used to. 5 years ago, they mattered a lot.
Yeah.
They don't matter that much anymore.
So then I know more.
but Drago
of what
reads them, I
matters.
bet.
As of,
Drago
as,
reads.
of, as of late, they've like aligned themselves with a little bit more like kind of corporate type indie rock, which like kind of
Really?
annoying.
What to you is corporate indie
well,
rock?
well, like when T Swift started making those like kind of like quote unquote indie records with like the guy from the National, like
Yeah.
Folklore and Evermore,
Yeah.
they were fucking all over it. And
But
like,
you
were
love
so
those
into
albums.
it. I know, but like
So you're the same thing.
I'm corporate indie rock.
Yeah, you're
And
corporate indie
Wow.
rock.
Put that on my gravestone.
Put that corporate indie
Put
rock.
corporate indie rock on my fucking. That's gonna be my first album title.
Your favorite artists are like people who hate capitalism, but their CDs are sold at Starbucks. That's like your favorite artist.
Like,
yeah, Rage Against the Machine. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah, they're a
No,
Starbucks.
I'm not a
jingle.
Rage Against the Machine.
You're,
guy.
that's too
I like
angry.
Nora Jones.
You're a Nora Jones head. I mean, she's great. She's also nepotism. She's the daughter of Ravi Shankar.
You could be in like one of those
Nora
iPod,
Jones is
one of those iPod commercials where you're just a shadow.
Sure.
That's like the same music.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, her
Yeah.
dad's Ravi Shankar, the guy the Beatles went to for like meditation and stuff. Yeah,
Ravi Shankar.
That's Nora Jones's dad. Isn't that crazy? That's kind of crazy.
Who is that
honest.
guy?
He was like the guy the Beatles got their like meditation shit from.
Guy plays.
And he was like the most famous like Indian musician for years.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Took it to a screeching halt with a very interesting fact.
Thanks, Jeff.
Oh, sorry. We want to learn a little bit. Our listeners would love to hear that.
That does seem like a guy that the Beatles drew inspiration from.
See, do you know who the Beatles are?
What music do you listen to now?
Yeah, what do
John?
the young listen to?
Or him? Maybe just him.
I don't know. There's so many
yeah.
like albums don't matter anymore. You just listen to like songs that
I
you
fucking
like.
hate you.
Yeah, see,
I
this is
fucking
what
Well,
they-
no, I'm
you,
saying like
dude.
I can like full albums,
Such
but
a
I'm saying
Gen Z thing
if
to
you
say.
are on like Spotify, like you just play whatever song.
You're not wrong. Make a good
Like, I'm
album.
not- I'm
Make a
not-
good
yeah.
album.
It's just like saying Instagram.
There aren't many albums. Name an album that's banger to banger, front to back. There's not many. There's less than 20.
No. there's
Name
way
one
more.
off the top of your head right now. I know you're going
In-
to say Rumors. Don't say Rumors. Something else.
Rumors definitely is.
Yeah, I agree, but something a little off the beaten path.
How about like recent though?
Yeah, recent.
You know, one of the biggest ones for my generation, I feel like, is
Top.
it was Frank Ocean, Blonde.
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like-
yeah. Or his
and
first
then-
album too. I can't. Channel Orange. Yeah, both
Yeah.
great albums. Those are great albums.
But I think
Those
this
are
one was
great.
like bigger for my generation.
I agree. I think Channel Orange is better, but I like Blonde too. I would say 1989 is front to back a great album.
No, there's a couple. The
Wonderland isn't great.
I was gonna say yeah. Clean's actually pretty good.
Well,
on
My
1989.
Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West is front to back
Yeah.
a banger.
See, like
front
I was
to
gonna
back.
put in like honestly the
The Carter 3, yes. Thank you. I agree. Lil Wayne's the genius of the last 25 years. He's great. I love Lil Wayne. I agree.
Waxahachie's last album was really great.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Waxahachie's good.
It's
I think we agree on Waxahachie. That's a great one.
I'm trying to think.
What
What
does
is
that?
Waxahachie, I don't
You
know
don't.
what that
You have
is.
no idea.
Yeah.
That's a little deeper cut. But she is good. There's a band, but she is good.
Perfect.
A perfect. There aren't many perfect front to.
You
That's
know
why,
what? Well, okay. When you say like album that's like perfect front to back, does that need to be like a big album that like?
No,
everyone
no,
knows?
no,
Okay,
no, no.
Yeah, because then it's like it's obviously subjective, but like
Right.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because like I like this guy Derek Pope. He had this good album, but like
Okay.
you know him?
Really? Whoa. What kind of music is it? What is
No,
it?
that's a football
That is a
player.
football
No,
player
it's
named
D.
You know what? That's who I was thinking.
This guy plays. in
You
the
thought the
CFL.
linebacker put out a fire album
You
too?
mean my favorite Dolphin from 2004?
Well, that rocks. That rocks. That would be amazing if he did.
Wait, hold on. Look up DER.
Are there any good athletes with good music? I know Shaq rapped.
This guy. Do you actually know this guy?
I've never
Okay, I
heard
was-
it. That's so funny. You thought it was a linebacker for the Dolphins. Why not? Why not?
John Montana's WR2?
Ron Artest put out a rap album. Come on.
Really?
Yeah,
he,
Damian
like,
Lillard
he's
puts
world
out albums
peace
all
now.
the time.
I heard David.
Wait, Anthony
He
Edwards
is?
has music?
I heard Damian Lillard's good.
Anthony Edwards.
This is like trap rap though. Like it's like Damian Lillard's inspirational, but like Anthony Edwards makes you.
It's
laugh.
like trap rap. Isn't he?
Like,
a
I'll
Tim-
sell 10.
Wait,
pounds
how
for
is
Anthony
Antonio Brown's music? Because I like that guy a lot.
the-
Really?
It's bad.
I think
Is
he's
he
my-
the guy who had his dick out in the pool, Antonio Brown.
Yeah, I think he's
First
my
off,
favorite.
nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong. I love that. Wait, what's the picture?
Wow, look at how big it is.
Oh yeah, I never seen the pic. Love that. Love that. God, when they pixelate mine, they have to do no work. The editor he's like, this is an easy day at job.
Yeah, when you show your dick at the Wisconsin Dells,
It
people
doesn't
go
even-
really-
YMCA.
It doesn't even make the
Yeah.
news. They think it's a
Yeah.
finger popping out. God damn it. Antonio Brown, that's a
Yeah,
rod.
yeah. Technically, it's not public indecency when it's your dick.
If it's 3 inches or less,
it's decent. It's decent at that dick. It's kind of a nice thing to do.
it's decent exposure.
It's decent exposure.
Yeah, he got a misdemeanor for decent exposure. Yeah.
Nice guy.
Nice piece, not bad. Antonio Brown with a
yeah,
rod.
yeah. Local said it was cute.
The kids were like, "Oh wow, that's like mine."
Yeah.
I want everyone to know my penis is in the 40th percentile. I want everyone to know that. John, we ask a lot of guests, what's their penis like?
How's your dick,
You know,
dude?
it's fine. I
How's
mean,
it-
it's not like a diving
First off, how's
board.
your dick doing morally? How's its soul?
It's fine. You know.
Do you
Rashy.
come quick? We like to ask people that.
Sometimes, right?
No, not really. Actually.
You have a good length in both?
Yeah,
in
I think
all-
it's fine.
Yeah,
You-
good, good.
Is it? Do you know how to keep your stamina going? Well, now with this girl, right?
Yeah, I think it's actually like harder
It's
for me
relationship.
to.
Well, it's because
Bust.
you don't love her anymore. So that's the
Whoa,
issue.
come on.
No, it's always been like I always want to like, I don't know. 'Cause
You're
I
a
can
you're a
get, I can
pleaser.
get hard and like stay hard very easily.
You stay
know?
hard easily?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. I get hard.
But I'm just like-
anyone in this room could make me hard very easily. It could... Jesus Christ. What the fuck? He's shaking
That was
the
it hitting
table.
the bottom of the table.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, take a little more Jameson for Fonz.
A little
Come
more
on.
Antonio. That's
Come
like Antonio
on.
Brown's thing.
Antonio Brown loves Jameson.
No, that's just the size of his penis.
Oh, jeez.
It's
Fair,
a Jameson
fair.
bottle. Yeah.
Also, okay, we gotta say that Drago was saying this before the last
hate
pod.
Jameson.
He hates Jameson. Do you agree with that, John?
I don't like any booze.
Really? You're a beer guy alone.
I don't really like anything to drink. I'll
You
just
drink a lot, though.
Yeah, to get drunk. 'cause
You just drink to get drunk. I respect that.
and
actually
people are
respect
always like, you're young and you'll like it one day.
that.
And
You actually
I've
will,
been
though.
drinking.
I actually used to be like you. I used to not think alcohol was good. You find like 3 drinks you like, and you'll.
That's
because
because you go down a dark road, and I don't plan on ever going down that dark road. I plan on only using it to have fun and when I'm happy. So
You're never gonna go get a couple cocktails when you're the headliner in Fargo. Come on.
Yeah,
Your
but I'll be-
What
hometown.
are your go-to drinks right now?
What?
What are your go-to drinks?
Yeah,
right
what do you
now?
order at the bar? Free
Um,
drinks. It's free bar. What do you order?
I like just like a good rum and Dr Pepper.
No way.
Yeah,
Man.
Or
A
rum
free
and Coke.
bar. That's what you order.
Oh, a free bar? Probably like
are
a
you
rum
are
and
you like
Dr.
a mom
Pepper.
in St. Louis?
Yeah,
dude?
you
Like-
cannot order a rum and Dr. Pepper. You're off the pod. We're deleting this episode.
Yeah,
A rum and
probably.
Dr. Pepper?
yeah, or like a Bud Light.
Even what money's no issue. What are you ordering?
Probably like a Dr Pepper and a rum.
That can if that's true, I'll kill myself.
So funny,
I
dude.
hate that.
No, but that is like I used to drink vodka Red Bulls when I was his age.
yeah.
Yeah, like what else do I need to drink?
Get a gin and
eventually
tonic.
you'll find out
But why?
eventually.
Get an old fashioned. You're an old fashioned.
Well, my dad never drank, and my mom doesn't drink.
Oh, so you're
No.
like a rebel for drinking.
Yeah.
Do they judge you?
So my mom, I guess, used to drink. She never drank around me, but my dad is like one of those guys who's like, I took a sip of beer, and everyone was like, "Whoa!" And I was like, "Never again." And then
Do you
I'll
think
go-
that's true though?
he'll go?
Don't you think parents
No,
make
I
that
do
shit
think
up?
I do think it's true because he's literally like, "Why do you drink? You drink to look cool to your friends." And I'm like, "You've never drank
He's
before."
still
in
doing
your
that
life."
to you? He's still giving you that
Well, that was
lecture?
like, I mean, he knows I'm like
He's not,
responsible.
right. Because
Yeah.
my parents never drank when I was a kid, but the second I turned 18, my dad's drinking 5 IPAs a night.
Yeah,
They were like waiting till I graduated high school to just start dipping in the IPAs.
Yeah, I
They
don't
were
know.
waiting.
My parents are always. My dad hasn't done anything, like never done weed, never.
Isn't he a professor?
No, he's a high school English and theater teacher.
Okay. Professor,
Like the
not
opposite
the
of a
opposite.
professor.
Yeah, true. Fair.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting though.
But you'd think he would do like weed.
You're like,
being,
like
like,
high
in
school
theater?
teachers. Yeah, you smoke
Yeah.
weed. Yeah.
But he's like
yeah.
super against weed, which is weird because like you
He's
know.
again.
Do
He's
you
like,
smoke weed?
I did for like 3 years of my life, and now I just do it once in a while.
wow. Yeah, you're a vape guy though. You have a vape.
No,
problem.
I actually read the book.
He does.
I read the book,
John
and
did
I've
have a
been
vape
done.
problem. When I lived with you, you could not stop vaping.
That's
And
Gen
I always
Z.
told myself
That's
it
a
was
Gen
fine.
Z addiction. Like
I was
our-
always like, it's fine. And then I read the book, Easy Way to Stop Smoking. And I think it's gross now.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah,
can't
like-
get off the sauce.
Mhm. I actually don't want this in the pod, by the way, because
Why?
my parents still don't know that I ever vaped.
They'd be
Yeah.
mad about you vaping, but
I
not
think they'd just be
smoking
like,
weed.
wow, I didn't realize that was an issue
Okay.
in his life.
We
and
actually
that's,
have to
like,
edit
sad.
that out. You
Yeah,
like
like
that?
for real. Yeah.
God damn it.
Sorry.
God, Klonsky,
Well,
put a timestamp on
But they
that
know
shit.
they know I've smoked weed before.
Yeah, how is that? How could that be worse to vape? How
because
could that be worse?
vaping, you don't get anything from it, and it's just like an
Yeah, you
actual
do.
problem.
You get a head high. Come on, it's a
No,
good
you
high.
don't.
Yeah, you do.
You might
I
get a head
do.
high, but it's just like,
I get fucked up.
but you don't actually get high.
Okay,
You
sure.
do get
I get fucked up
It's
off
nicotine,
vaping.
right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
just
it's just
nicotine.
nicotine.
It's no worse than cigarettes.
It's just like an addictive thing.
But
It's
you're
not-
over it. You beat it.
Yeah.
Do you think your parents will listen to this podcast?
Yeah, anything that ever goes out that I'm taking
Yeah,
and I share, my mom's always like, "Oh,
I'll
what's
check
that?"
it out.
Yeah,
I'll
exactly.
check it out.
You,
That
you
mid-
hid vaping from your parents for a long time.
Yeah, but it's not hard to hide vaping because it's just like a
You don't love them, do you?
nah.
You don't actually care about them.
Yeah.
Bad man.
One time when I was in high school, my dad said, "If you ever smoke a cigarette or smoke weed, you're gonna have to go live somewhere else
If you smoke a cigarette,
or weed."
but alcohol was okay.
And then no, he was always like, "You can't do that." But that was in high school, and then once I started doing stand up, he was like, "All right, that's just gonna happen." You know,
That's
like,
so funny that parents are like, "I love you, but if you have one cigarette, you can live on the street."
I mean, he was
It's
just
like-
saying that. I think that's why I did it in the first place. Is because when parents say that,
you got to rebel.
then it's like, all right,
If
like
my
let's
dad
see
w-
if you're serious about
right.
that. you
If my
know?
dad was like, "Yeah, I bet you won't take a Jaeger bomb, you little bitch," I wouldn't take one. I'd be like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, I'm gonna be straight edge my entire life, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course."
So I don't know,
Huh.
But so when I did weed, because my friend Dave, he
I know
sold
Dave.
weed in Fargo,
Dave's a great guy.
and like I would always hang out with him, and he's like a huge stoner, so I'd like smoke weed with him. And
One of the most stoned people I've ever met in my life.
every day he's always high.
He like has like a look where he's like will never not be stoned. No
Yeah.
matter- if he never smokes again, it doesn't matter. He'll still be stoned.
he's just
Like,
like
he's
always,
so stoned.
It's just like who he is at this
Yeah,
point.
yeah.
And I would smoke weed with him because he sold it, so he'd like give it to me for free, you know. And so my mom became like fine with it. And one time I went to LA and I got like edibles and I brought them back and I was like, "Hey, I got these," you know, just to like dip my toes in the water,
Yeah,
see
yeah,
what
yeah.
she thinks. And she's like, "Oh, cool." And then she had one time and she was like, "Never ever do that."
Did she fall off the way?
She was like bad.
My mom took an edible once and fell down the stairs at a Goo Goo Dolls concert. Yeah, yeah, at the Minnesota State Fair. She
What the
tripped
hell?
down the goddamn stairs.
How?
I don't know. I think she was like a little high and drunk and somehow fell down the grandstand stairs at a Goo Goo Dolls concert.
Was it?
With
Did she
Brandy
like roll?
Carlisle opening?
Did she
Or
roll
Colby
like a-
Calais?
That's a great
Might have been Colby
concert.
Calais.
Colby
It
Calais.
was Colby Calais.
Yeah,
not
I
Brandy
would
Carlisle.
fall down the stairs too. Trying to kill myself.
She's cool as hell.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
God, you don't know who
Just
Colby
kidding.
Calais
I know
is?
who she is because she sings that bubbly song.
Yeah, which is about orgasms. I remember this guy
Whoa!
this guy in college told me that. It's like I feel it in my toes, then the feeling it grows. It's an orgasm. It's a song about an orgasm. That's
No, I
cool
think
as
you're
hell.
talking about her being excited
No, it's orgasm.
to be around her lover.
No, it's an orgasm.
Yeah, what if it's
Alex.
love? What if
It's not
just
love. All songs are about sex.
Really?
Pretty
You think
much
so?
every song is about sex.
Huh.
In my opinion.
What Christmas
Come
song?
on.
What Christmas song is about sex?
Oh,
Go ahead.
you're a mean one, Mr. Grinch. With that 39.5-foot pole? Come on. Come on.
Wow.
We're
Baby,
having-
it's
Okay,
cold outside.
okay.
It's definitely a
Baby, it's
sex-
cold outside. Okay, this is separate, but what's the best Christmas movie?
The Grinch. I like that.
The
movie.
Grinch, Jim Carrey, is amazing.
Yeah.
It's truly one of the greatest comedies
When
of all
he's
time.
when he is on the sleigh and goes, I
it's
always
so
rewind
funny.
that scene and I'm like, how does he make me laugh just from making a
Jim
noise?
Carrey is the funniest human to ever live. It's
He is.
unquestionable.
Or Steve Carell.
Steve
Carell
Carell
also
is a
makes me
close.
laugh.
I'll agree. Will Ferrell is all. Also
My dad
up
always
there.
brings up because my dad went through Second City when Steve Carell was
Your
there.
dad did Second City with
yeah.
Steve Carell,
and he always says, "Yeah."
Why was
I
this
did
not what you
improv with
opened
him.
with?
What do you mean?
This
What's cool about that?
That's cool. Your dad knew Steve Carell.
Yeah, but I don't think Steve Carell knew my dad.
Ah,
you know?
fair.
Because
fair.
he did improv with him, but he always says Steve Carell was the guy that was there that everyone was like, all right, well clearly he's gonna be huge. Now who's like second? You know?
Not your dad.
Yeah.
Not your dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
My dad has
fair.
a lot of stories.
Drago,
I don't
best
think-
Christmas
I
movie.
don't. There's no Christmas movie that I look forward to watching.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard you say.
Talk to me.
You
I'll
don't
come.
like Elf?
No.
It's a Wonderful Life?
No.
Christmas Vacation?
I think that sucks. I think Chevy Chase sucks.
Yeah, he does suck.
I think he
No,
sucks.
Chevy Chase.
Maybe
ripped.
maybe younger.
That's when he was young. Christmas
I think he
Vacation.
sucks.
He had like 6 years of dominance.
Hate
Yeah,
also.
but
I also
so
think-
did these kids that parents are fucking huge. If you're in a big movie, you're gonna be a big star. Doesn't mean you're good at acting. Chevy Chase is boring.
He's not a good actor.
I'm also
I'll
like
agree
a
with that.
hyper Chicago person, and I think Bill Murray's movies are not that good mostly.
You don't like any of them?
I'm not a big
Planes,
Bill
Trains, and
Murray.
Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie. It's still a good Christmas movie. I agree. Also, Nightmare Before Christmas. Come on.
I love that movie.
Okay,
About-
there we go. It's a Christmas.
What a
movie.
Wonderful Life.
It's a Wonderful Life. I already
It's a
said
Wonderful
that, but
Life.
yeah,
Do you think Nightmare Before Christmas is more of a Halloween or Christmas movie?
it's both? I think
I
it's
haven't
allowed
even
to be
seen that
both.
then that is my favorite Christmas movie because
That's
like
an
that movie.
amazing. That movie, it blows my mind.
What about the whole like
actually.
Die Hard thing? The Die Hard's a Christmas
I
movie.
think if you think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, you are one of the lamest people to ever live. I think that's
It
embarrassing.
takes place
No
on
one's-
Christmas, Jeff.
But it's not. It's nothing to do with Christmas. Well, if 9/11 was on Christmas, that's a Christmas movie. Come on.
No one that thinks Die Hard
If
is
it
a
was
Christmas.
if Bruce
25.
Willis played Muhammad Atta, then yeah.
No one
The
that
Muhammad
thinks.
Atta reference. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
No one that thinks Die Hard is a Christmas movie listens to this podcast. First of all,
I hope not.
they're
hope not.
they're
And if
listening
you
to
do-
Andrew Tate bash.
Yeah. If you do think Die Hard's a Christmas movie, message me and we'll have a heart to heart about it because I think that's a little. I think it's fucked up.
Actually, no, I'm not gonna have another beer.
I'll have one more. You have
Drago
one
was
more.
about to ask for another beer and he
I'll
called an
have
audible.
one, then I'll take it down.
You have a half a beer. A half a beer.
I'll have one.
You got it.
Wait, what did you say, Bonds? Oh yeah. We're getting close on this.
Come
pod.
on, save a little for Callie later.
Be my
Relax.
bud. Like.
I'm not saying what her name is, but I'm just coming up. with...
just doxed
I did not. That's not her name. I looked at. It was not the name on the. It was not the name on the hinge.
That was
That's
my
probably the
crush.
next girl who'll go on a
That was my
date.
crush in college, Callie.
Callie. Oh, is that the girl you wanted the throwback with? Oh, damn, Callie. If you're out there.
Boy, did I have the hots for her.
Who was the girl who got away for you, John? You're dating someone. You don't have to answer.
Yeah,
that.
John,
You don't
can
have
you,
to
like,
answer
can you
that.
Probably
give-
Mark.
Yeah, can you give
Can
us
you imagine? I was like, yeah, I'm probably gay.
I mean, you obviously are a little gay. It's fine. I am
don't
too.
think I am,
I am
though.
too.
I thought about it. I'm like, I really don't think I am.
Really?
'Cause just like thinking about like a guy's mouth kind of grosses me out. You know what I mean? Just like thinking about like their face, like their nose breath. I'm like, ugh. You know what I
You
mean?
never
Just
had
like
a
the
cru-
smell
You never
of like
had a
a
crush
guy.
on a man? Never?
No.
Really?
I've
Man.
had guy friends that you grab them, but you're not like, but you don't grab them to go in them, or like you don't have to like rub.
You're just grabbing them for fun.
You're grabbing because it's funny to be gay when you're not actually gay.
I'm straight.
Right.
as
Well, if
fuck,
you're gay
too.
and you're
I'm
grabbing
straight
a
as
guy,
fuck,
then
too.
it's like, okay, well, you have your heart.
The guy who chimes in, "I'm straight as fuck," is not straight as fuck.
I'm
I'm
very
sorry.
straight.
I'm not. I'm
I'm
sorry.
super
That's just
straight.
not how it works. Every reverend who's like, "Gay marriage is a sin," is gay.
Yeah,
Every
but
time.
they have suppressed sexuality. Their sexuality.
You don't think your
suppressed.
sexuality is suppressed?
No, dude,
You date the exact same type of woman
That's not true.
with the same name and the same job.
That's not true. They're
They're marketing or consulting. And
I've
their
got
names,
a wide palette.
and their names have an EY at the
Listen,
end.
dude, some of them live in the West Village, and some of them live in Murray Hill. Okay, all right.
You are a
Listen.
little bitch.
I
hate
played
you.
baseball in high school with a guy who he was always like, "Oh, dude, that's so gay. That's so gay." And then like years later, or like this was when we graduated high school, so like years ago,
Yeah.
he hit up my gay friend, and he was like, I get horny for guys, and it's funny because I told my friend I was like, hey, you can't say anything, but we're pretty sure this guy's gay, and he was like, oh my god, he would always slap my ass.
Wow.
Like always,
but
and
he's like, it's just a guy thing. Whatever.
Yeah, one time he was
I
I shaved my balls. Who wants to see?
Yeah. Wait, what was the gay shit going on in a college locker room? Well, yeah, what are you doing?
The gay shit, there's so I guess the gay shit we used to do was in our showers we would have these
You're all showering together, right?
yeah, we'd have these like liquid soap dispensers. That was like our like body wash.
Sure.
And guys were always like taking like the liquid soap and like squeezing it out and just like shooting it on each other and kind of like
A little homoerotic.
and so you
Liquid
like
soap.
I mean, imagine that
Just busting and just like falls on the ground right in front of you.
Oopsie. Oh, imagine that shower room. I mean, that's hot.
These
A lot of
guys.
people would pay a lot of money to watch that.
some giant cocks.
Really?
Absolutely.
Were you
cocks.
near average or were you above average in that locker room?
I'm happy to say I was right down the middle, but
Yeah.
man,
Was there a
the
guy?
big ones were like out of sight, dude. Like it was like hard to
You're like,
look
I
at.
get why you got that cheerleader. You got it.
I mean, like they like I'm like you sent some of my exes to the hospital, dude. Like I'm like some of my exes would be like
Perhaps the
torn.
morgue.
Wait,
Yeah.
can you say
Perhaps.
are college basketball players hooking up with all the cheerleaders?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's not like rampant though. It's not-
At least
Wait, were cheerleaders at your guys' high school like pretty? Because I feel like at my high school they just weren't.
Oh yeah, at our high school.
Do you know
they
were
were
you
very
lived?
hot. You lived in Fargo.
Yeah, neither was anyone else there.
Yes. Yeah, you were North Dakota. Like you just
That's
Yeah.
not
We-
true.
you're lucky that you're like passably handsome.
You were probably one of the hotter guys in Fargo. I hate to say it. Not that there's anything
don't
wrong
think-
with that.
I don't think I am though.
But you weren't the type of hot Fargo liked though. You were like Fargo wanted like polo with a beard.
Yeah,
and shit.
yeah,
You were
grizzled-
not what they wanted
grizzled,
at all
yeah.
in Fargo. Fargo's a great city. I want to say that for the record.
It is.
Fargo's
fun.
a very
It's
great
a fun
place.
place to go
I don't
get
feel
drunk
that
and
way.
do-
I don't have to.
Have
I
you
don't
been
have
there?
to. I don't
Have
have
you
to
been
say
there?
that.
Have you been there?
No,
Yeah.
no.
You've never been there? Fargo legitimately
you're-
rips.
Yeah.
I
Once
truly.
you go and like do the cellar, then
There's a
then
great comedy
people are gonna
club
be like,
there.
let me get you drinks, and you're gonna be like, I love it here.
The drunkest I've
Yeah.
the drunkest I've ever been was in Fargo, North Dakota.
Yeah, and
Out
you
of
like
this
didn't you
world.
hook up with someone?
I almost did, but she said I was being weird,
Yeah.
and then we did not hook up. I don't know what I was doing, but she said I was being
Jeff
weird.
dropping the ball.
I probably was riffing too much, and she's like, "Can you just be serious for 5 minutes, and I'll fuck you?" And I was like, "No, I have to keep riffing." And then I did, and we did not hook up. I think we made out. That's it. She followed me for a while and recently unfollowed
Another
me.
1975 song. Sincerity is scary.
God.
She like
do you
leans
think-
away. She's like, "Stop saying your pee-pee's hard."
Stop saying it's not very big, but you'll like it. You know, that's the type of shit I would
Stop
say.
saying whammo.
Audrey, if you're out there, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, she was there with her friend, right?
She was there. She came to a show and loved my act. Who wouldn't? But, you know,
And then
we were dancing at a bar. I never danced at a bar.
we were there.
We did it.
And remember when you guys were all gambling, and I came over, I was like, "What's this?" And it was Pig Wheel, and I put money down one time, and I made like $100.
You did. I did. There's
And
a
you
game in Fargo. They have. You can openly gamble at bars in Fargo. It's one of the greatest things of all time. You can play blackjack at just a sports bar. And there's a game called Pig Wheel. It's like lottery.
I
It's like roulette, but with like a couple squares are pigs for some reason.
See,
No
I don't
one-
know gambling, and I thought everyone knew Pig Wheel, so I tried talking about it in New York on stage one time. I was like, "Yes, I was playing Pig Wheel," and everyone was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" I was like, "It's the wheel with the
I
pig."
bet they thought you were just the dumbest little Midwest boy.
They were like, "That does sound like a
That
game
is a game people know about in a 75-mile radius about around Fargo.
Yeah, and when there's karaoke every Wednesday.
Wait, actually, I wanted to ask you this. You did a lot of shows in like small towns in North Dakota. What's the weirdest show you did? Because there's some weird road comedy in the Midwest. We'll do this. Drago's showing me the time for you listeners who don't know. He's always on. That's all he thinks about. That's all he thinks about is the time. Yeah, get out of here. We got this. We don't need you. No,
That's
I'm
true.
kidding. We need Drago. He's very important.
That's fine.
We love
How
him.
will we know what time we're at?
I'm the time guy. That was a good riff. You did your duty on the pod, man.
God, he finally got you 42 minutes
Yeah.
in. He
Finally
finally
sung.
got
Yeah.
you. God damn it. Drago hates young people.
No, I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Do you hate anyone that's shorter than you?
No.
Oh.
What do you mean, like hate? Like,
Do you get like
But
annoyed?
a light hate. You have a light hate,
Visceral?
not a hate
I mean,
hate.
most people are shorter than me, so if I hate someone, they're probably shorter.
Do you get annoyed by people that are shorter than you?
No.
Because I feel like you respect people that are taller than you.
Why?
Because that seems like something that if you're that tall and you played basketball, you'd be like, wow, that guy can probably block me.
I agree. I bet you respect
And I bet you
taller
respect people that can block you.
I
or
think that's how you feel about me, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoa!
I do. Whenever I see someone like super tall,
But
like
if you play basketball for a while, wouldn't you like?
I played
wouldn't-
basketball, and every time I see someone taller, I go, wow, that guy's probably
That can probably block
yeah,
me. So I
or at
respect him
least make sure I
immediately.
don't score.
When I see a guy taller than me, I go, why haven't I heard of them? They should be in the NBA, probably.
If they're not in the NBA,
See, and that's like a respect thing, right?
Well, I should respect them, but I probably don't. Because I'm like, if you're
Well,
6'8",
is it like a guy like doing like checking groceries, or
or
is
just
it
at a bar, I'm like, I should know you.
you think-
Right? It's like I should have or come across you in some
Yeah.
capacity.
'Cause
you're
you
like,
were-
who was your Pat Connaughton?
Or like, yeah.
What is
What college did you play
Yeah,
for?
yeah,
It's
yeah.
like when a guy's 6'8" and didn't play and didn't do anything, you're like, you wasted your whole life. I feel like
Alex does have a joke about that for reference, ladies and gentlemen, but it's a good joke.
Yeah, I just feel like
You think 6'8" or above, you should have played D1.
6'5". Yeah, of course.
Wow.
There's someone just told me like if you are over 6'5", you have a 17% chance of playing a college sport.
That's pretty high.
It's really high. So it's like you should
Pretty
have.
high, but I mean, it's not that high.
But still, like
You
should
can't
have.
disrespect the other 83% of
Absolutely, you can. Those people are lazy.
Wait, how tall are you?
6'6".
6'6". Okay.
people. Not even in that stat.
No, I'm over 6'5". Yeah,
Oh, it's 6'5". Oh, I thought it was 6'7". Okay.
6'5" and over.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Interesting. That's interesting.
So yeah, you should have. When a guy's like around
Yeah.
my height, I'm like, why are you here with me? You know,
But
why
they
are you
also-
at
they're-
this
they're
comedy?
Because
show?
they
shoulder-
play video games.
Yeah, because they suck.
Also, their shoulder probably doesn't pop out while they put on their backpack in TSA.
Yeah, my shoulder popped out last week.
Really?
His shoulder
Yeah.
popped out in TSA.
Wait, is that why you stopped playing basketball? Do you have like shoulder things?
Yeah, like that's why I stopped like playing like recreationally. Yeah.
Really?
It really sucks.
He could have been big in the G League.
Yeah,
Wow.
Could have been.
no, like I stopped. Yeah, because I don't know how long the surgery and like how long like being in a sling I'd be in for. So I just don't. I put
Well,
it
you
off
could
for
easily
5-6
Google
years.
that, but
Dude,
yeah.
I had a
It
friend.
would be at least 6 months in a sling for sure.
Sure, but that'd be worth it if you could
But-
play
and then-
basketball
And then
again.
what, like a $5,000 surgery, probably more.
but how much happier would you be if you could play basketball again? I
I've
bet you would
shot
be
around-
you'd be a totally different guy if you could shoot hoops twice a week.
I've shot around a little bit, but
Not
like
you can't play rec. If you could play rec and dominate, I bet you'd be a different man.
I will.
I bet you'd be smiling
I'm gonna
at a
try,
rate.
I'm gonna try to make. I've talked to Carmen Legala about it. I'm gonna try to make a comeback this summer. I think.
Whoa! He said
Ooh.
the same thing last summer, ladies and gentlemen. So let's see. But,
I moved. I was not in
There's
the right.
always an
headspace.
excuse with Alex. Note it, listeners. There's always an excuse.
That's not true.
Whether his runner's knee or podcast ear or
My
the
knees-
booster shot gave him a heart disease.
8 weeks, I was in pain. I
Alex revealed to me before the podcast, you keep a journal.
do.
And I do too. That's interesting. We're both little beta bitches.
I journal pretty much.
You journal every day?
Every day or every other day. Yeah.
How long are your journals?
Probably maybe half a page.
What are you?
maybe a
Is it
page.
like basically like what I did that day, or is it more feelings based?
more feelings based how I'm feeling?
Wow.
It's
Yeah.
all about
I
it.
would, if we ever get to 1,000 Patreon listeners, can I pick a random day and read it?
Yeah.
If we get to 1,000
If we're,
Patreon,
if we're at 1,000 Patreon,
if we hit 1,000 Patreon subscribers, I can pick a random day. I'll just open it at random, and I get to read that day.
they're all in my,
Alex-
they're all in my notes app. They're all on my phone.
Okay, well, we'll just scroll and randomly pick a day. I
Day
gotta read it.
4,000
You can read a day of my journal too. I have a journal. It's like 2 or 3 days a week probably, but like
Entry 4,871. My shoulders still suck.
Yeah, my shoulders
I
still-
still can't dunk anymore.
Every
Yeah.
time
Jeff might beat me if we ever play.
every time I try to
Do you
shoot
think
from
I could beat
downtown.
him 1-on-1?
No.
Obviously, yes.
Yeah, obviously. Thank you. Thank you.
He would shoot one ball and his arm would go
Thank
towards the
you.
rim.
Thank you. Drago's giving us the time again.
We're gonna have to wrap this.
No,
Wait.
let John tell one road story from North Dakota, then we're done.
One road story.
You told me one that was really funny. I can't remember it, but you had did a
Oh,
show in a small town.
I did a show at a. Can it just be like a show that sucked? that's what it's gonna
What
be.
was the worst show?
So we did this. Dave, he was like, "Hey, you got to come do this show with me in Valley City," and I was like, "Okay."
Valley City, North Dakota. How
Yeah,
big
yeah.
is that town?
This is population like 19,000 probably.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like small,
That's nice.
not huge, but it's like but the part that we were in was like farmland. And I was like, "What is this show? Like, is it like at a bar?" And he was like, "No, my dentist asked me to do this show at his wiffle ball tournament."
This is exactly the story I wanted.
And
to
I
tell.
was like, a wiffle. Also, how did he act? Like, how did you respond if he's like in your mouth? And so we went, you know what I mean? Like, hey, you want to do a show? I'll take that as a yes, you know? So we went, we got like, this was like when I first started. So we both got like $50. So it was like super awesome, you know? Because we paid for gas.
I get that.
And we got there and it was like, it was like an adult wiffle ball
It
tournament.
was outdoors.
Yeah, but it was like intense. Like the kids couldn't even play. It was like at the dentist's house. Everyone in the Hall of Fame, they had like jerseys. Everyone in the Hall of Fame was like in the
The
dentist's
Wiffle
family.
Ball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, they had like a Hall of Fame, but it was just for people related to the guy who owns the house, obviously, you know, or like his best pal.
And you're doing a show at a guy's house who is your friend's dentist
yeah, so
during a wiffle ball tournament.
during a wiffle ball tournament. So
Incredible.
during the wiffle ball tournament, they like everyone's playing. There's like clouds forming, and like you can tell it's gonna start raining, right? So they're like, all right, we got to get this thing going. So before they brought me and Dave on, we were like the comic relief. There's like kids there, and they're like, it sucks because like the kids are like trying to play wiffle ball, and the parents are like, no, you can't play. Like this is for us, you know? Like it's wiffle ball. Like it's the lamest sport.
You gotta stop for the comedians.
Yeah, exactly.
They're all the way from Fargo. Come
Yeah,
on.
like we came all the way here. But it's like I don't even care if they're playing while we're talking. It's like even when we're not talking, they're like, put my limited edition bat with a handle. You know, like they're like
they have like
super-
fancy wiffle ball.
Dude, they have like
equipment.
fancy wiffle ball equipment, right?
Jesus Christ.
Like pine tar and shit. Because they're like serious about it. I'm like, dude, it's wiffle ball, you know? And then so we're about to like I think we're about to like go on stage and like Dave's gonna go up, then I'm gonna go up, or you know, whatever. We're gonna do like 10 minutes, we're gonna go. And then he's like, all right, we have some comedians that are about to come up. And we're like, ready? And he's like, but before that, we're going to do the Hall of Fame inductee ceremony.
Oh,
and
God.
I was like, oh, my God, dude. At Hall of Fame. So they had like 5 speakers. And they were all
For the
like,
Wiffle Ball Hall of Fame
and
they made up.
everyone wrote speeches for it. And it's like so bad. But the good thing is like it's so bad that like I'm like, okay, well, we're going to be way better than this, you know, because they're trying to be funny in this. And they're failing so bad because they're just like, because they're all like rednecks, so they're like, Terry, you know, your wife is a bitch, you know. Remember when you married that whore? Oh wait, is she listening? Haha, just kidding. Like, and then they're like, the guys are like, haha, and the women are like, this is stupid.
Why-
Why are we at a wiffle ball tournament?
We do this so they won't hit us. Okay.
So then we're about to go up, and so like they finish, and it starts like drizzling, and I was like, oh fuck, you know, it's gonna start raining. And Dave like goes up first, and no one's laughing, like no one's even really listening, you know. But
Yeah.
it's like whatever. And then he gets off after like 10 minutes, and then I go up, and it starts like literally downpouring, right? And
Are you under a tent?
no, there's no awning, like there's nothing to stand
You're
under.
in the rain.
So I'm just like, should I stop? And he's like, no, just keep going. You know? I'm like, all right. So I'm in college, you know, and I'm like, is this thing gonna shock me? Like I'm holding a microphone right now, and my hair's all wet. And like everyone like moved back because there's like umbrellas on the other side.
so they're 100 feet away from you.
Yeah, no, I can't hear any laughs, and they're like, keep going. So I'm like, all right. So I just keep talking. I mean, I'm talking to myself at this point, you know. There's
Yeah.
like a pool,
Oh,
and then like no one can hear me, so they all start talking, and I can hear them talking, and then they all start playing wiffle ball again while I'm like doing it. There's like maybe 2 people listening, and then like everyone that was listening, they like turn to watch wiffle ball, and that's like the worst feeling to like. But there's nothing worse than like someone turning from you as you're talking to watch wiffle ball.
Oh,
you know, like
God.
easily the lamest sport.
Oh, that's tough.
And they're like, this is more entertaining
Oh,
than a
yeah.
college kid that's trying to tell me about his life. You know,
That is
about how he went to Burger King and had a rough time or whatever. You know?
A true road story.
Yeah.
I love
True
that.
road
That's
game.
the story I wanted you to tell. I didn't want to direct
And
you
we got
too
ribs.
far to it.
Yeah,
You
they
got
gave us
ribs.
ribs.
That
They-
is-
and then as they were like, these ribs are wet. So I'm like, all right.
The ribs got wet.
Yeah, the ribs got
God,
wet.
that is the story I wanted you to tell. Thank you. That's
of
a great.
course.
That's one
So
of the best. I
that was
love
in
that.
Valley City.
I'd love
Go
to do
ahead,
that
yeah.
show one day. We'd love to do that.
Yeah,
Drago.
we have an open invite. So
I love to. This has been episode 56 of You're an Idiot podcast.
Yes.
56 episodes, N-word free. We all got a plug. 56 N-word free. 44 till the big party. Everyone, Little Rock, Arkansas. John, you got anything to plug? Where's your Twitter, Instagram? What do you got?
Okay, so Twitter is Frazzle My Gimp.
Frazzle My Gimp. I don't know why that is your thing.
Well, it can't be John Kennedy, because that's already taken.
Yeah, you did lose that.
So I had to go with the next closest thing.
It should be Blow My Brains Out or something.
Yeah.
Come on. A little bit of fun. Yeah.
I never know how to laugh at those jokes every time because I can't keep laughing at the John Kennedy.
I know you've heard them all.
Yeah,
everyone.
And everyone that always does it, I always have to be like, yes.
It's kind of a.
I have to act like it's awesome.
I think it's kind of a government conspiracy that you're not famous yet. It's probably the same thing.
The algorithm,
the mob, the Cuban government, LBJ, they're all against
this
you,
guy
man.
Like Frank Biden.
They're just anyone named John Kennedy. Yeah. Hunter Biden is after you in his coke binges. Absolutely. Yeah. So your Twitter is Frazzle My Gimp.
It's Frazzle My Gimp.
He is very funny on Twitter. I don't like to say that, but he is very funny on Twitter. Cool. From Fargo.
I write scripts.
Very funny. He
on Instagram, John Henry Kennedy, and me, Brandon Barrera, and Sean Millay. Our podcast is going to be releasing soon.
I just did it recently.
Yeah,
Great
you were
podcast.
just on it.
I was just
you
on it.
You were supposed to be on it, but
Drago bailed. Isn't that a shock how he always has an excuse, ladies and gentlemen? He always has an excuse.
I really couldn't make it.
He really couldn't make it.
Now I'm finding out that you weren't even putting up free throws.
Uh,
I'm finding out that if you put up free throws, your arm would fall out.
He was practicing his stroke. Everyone knows that. Drago, you got any shows in the new year?
Not
New Year's
Eve. I was
Eve.
supposed to go with Emilio just asked me to do Bloomington with him. I couldn't do it.
What are you doing on New Year's instead?
Well, I'm just here, but the flights to Chicago.
It was too expensive. Yeah, that makes sense. That's fair. New Year's Eve, I will be at Comedy Corner Underground, Minneapolis, running a new half hour there. It's gonna be great. Comedy Corner Underground, one of the best venues in the country, in my opinion. It's gonna be fun.
Why do you like it so much?
I think the posters on the wall are cool. It's a basement.
Is it where you started?
No, I started at Madison, but it is one of the first venues I performed at. Not the first, but it's probably the second or third. I love Comedy Corner. Come to the shows, Minneapolis. New Year's Eve and the day before, 3 shows, possibly 4. Who knows? This has been episode 56. 56 episodes, N-word free. Drago, hope you can keep it together 44 more to the big party.
We're going to do it, folks.
We're going to do it. I think we can do it 44 more. You've been in for listening. Subscribe to the Patreon, please. Ta-ta. Bye.